Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Zebu Nation. This is Loser to Legend with CLYDE FC, and today we have for you the three-quarter season update. Now this video might be a little bit strange, a little bit different, something might seem a little bit off, and that's because I recorded this entire episode with my microphone muted. So I'm going to have to come in now during the edit process, which is, me, I don't like to edit. But anyway, during the edit process, I'm going to re-record some voiceover for this completely silent video and see if I can somehow match it up. So things might seem a little bit out of sync, and if so, that's why. But now I'm going to probably have to do an edit and get right to something interesting because this screen is just sitting here and I don't remember why. So we'll be back momentarily. Okay, we are back, and with the league table of all things, who would have guessed it? As you can see here, it's not going so well. We are down in the relegation zone. The board is not happy, apparently. I'm clicking on that. And as well, they shouldn't be. We were supposed to avoid a relegation battle, and here we are in the relegation zone after 26 games. We've got only 4 wins, 11 draws, 11 losses for a total of 23 points and a -3 goal differential. Things are not looking well. They're not going good. The team is just not performing. I don't know what it is. It's just hard to get a rhythm going. As you can see, we are 3 points behind FORFAR, which is a team that's not very good. But luckily, it is the team we're playing this week. So we do have a little bit of a chance to move out of the relegation zone, but this is still a relegation battle. But I guess we're going to move on to the checklist because I'm done talking about stuff. So here we go. We're going to run down the checklist. This is our under 20s. And we've moved a lot of guys up and out of the under 20s. There's not a lot going on here, so we'll move on, possibly. Apparently, we're going to talk about something else. Look at our players. There's just not a lot going on here. Let's go. Come on. Here we go. Looking at the finances. Finances are still no good. We are still, really far down in terms of budget and wages and all of that. I'm going to stop this recording right now because this is going on too far. So we're going to pause it here, do a little edit, and come back. Okay, we're going to give this narration thing another shot. It's not going too well, so I'm just going to try to hit the highlights, hit the important things. Not going to run through the whole checklist here. Just going to get straight to what everybody wants to see, which is the transfers. And this is important because we got some real bad news. Something that really has affected our whole franchise going forward, which is the board has decided to sell off 2 of our top prospects. And they sold them off basically for peanuts. Now, as you know, we were selling off a ton of our youngsters who were no good, but the board decided to sell off our 2 basically top prospects. Number 1 is our goalkeeper, Manson, who, as you recall, last season was 2nd in the entire league in shutouts. Now, he hasn't played much this season, but, he was a good insurance policy for the future. And selling him off for peanuts like they did it didn't make me happy, but it didn't make me particularly angry like it did for this next fella they sold off, which is our actual best prospect, and that is Pemberton, the central midfielder. I don't know why we're looking at this guy. This guy is not important. Let's get out of here with this guy. Okay, now let's talk about Pemberton. Please stop clicking on all these other guys. Yes. We know we sold him to that team. Come on, man. What are you doing? You're just wasting time clicking around. Let's get to Pemberton. There we go. Take a look at this guy. He was by far our best prospect, as I mentioned. Center mid, which we're kind of thin in the center midfield. This guy could play defensive midfielder as well, so he gave us that versatility coming off the bench. His stats weren't particularly getting better, but he hadn't gotten a ton of playing time. He hadn't gotten those 30 games that I always talk about young prospects need. But anyway, they sold him off for what could potentially be £9,000, excuse me. But that's chump change. That's peanuts compared to what we owe. You know, we looked at the finances possibly a minute ago, and we're, you know, almost £200,000 in debt. So getting £9,000 for our best prospect is useless. You know, we could, if this guy helps us win one cup game, that could get us £9,000. So I'm just frustrated with the board at this point in the save. If they're going to sell off our best prospects, then how are we supposed to build this club from the ground up using young players? You know, we can't just go out and buy a bunch of young players, because that's not how it works in the lower leagues. You have to bring prospects in. Like a guy like Pemberton would never come to our team any other way than through our academy. So the fact that they sold him off, it just makes me wonder, like, what's the long-term future for Clyde? Because that's twice in a row now we've sold off our top prospect. You know, each time we've had a golden generation, we've had one guy stand above the other guys in terms of this guy, he's high quality, high caliber, and the board has sold him off each time. So how do we build a championship franchise? Well, we do it by going out and getting some players that are kind of marginal but are good enough. So we went out and we got this guy, goalkeeper, Parks. Now, Parks isn't necessarily a guy for the future, even though he is kind of young. I think he's only 22 years old. I can't really read this screen right now because my preview version of this is like super blurry. It's coming over in like, I don't know, 30p. I don't know what it is, but it's super blurry. I can't read any of these numbers, so I kind of have to write them down beforehand. Anyway, the reason we're bringing in Parks isn't necessarily for the future. It's for right now. We need to win some games right now. As you noticed, we're in the relegation zone, and I've come to the conclusion that we need to improve our goalkeeping. Right, we're getting all these draws. We got 11 draws on the season so far, and if we just had a goalkeeper who could make one or two saves here and there, prevent one or two goals, we could win. And then, of course, the other way you win is by scoring more goals. So we went out to our affiliate team, St. Mirren, and we got this guy, Diver, target man. We're lacking a target man since we let go of Thomas, said target man, last season. So we need some more defense. We need some more offense. And you know me, I love going out and finding new strikers. And this guy's pretty good. Very physical, very big. You know, nice jumping reach, nice heading. He could possibly score some goals for us. At minimum, he can be the guy we launch the ball downfield to, and he gets it to our other strikers. Or our wingers, as the case may be. So I've got some hope for these two guys. One guy, if he can just get us one or two stops a game and prevent one or two goals, I think we can get some wins. And if that doesn't work, we can go the other end, go offensively, try to score some more goals with Diver. And Diver doesn't cost us any money. He's out on loan. And there you go. All right, we're going to stop it here and move on to the next segment. Okay, here we are with the medical center. We're going to take a look at our injuries. As you can see here, quite a few. We've got Hendry, our defensive forward, is injured. That's no good. Kessie, one of our better central defenders, also injured long term. You know, that's two big injuries for this team, and it's the reason why we had to go out and get those other players, you know. And now we got Cudahy also injured, our captain. Not for too long. He can come back fairly quickly. But he's also joined by three other important players, McKinley, Peters, and Ferguson, also with injuries. They're coming back, but they've been out for a little while. And as you can see, that's three of our top strikers out. So I think that justifies me going out and getting another striker, even though these guys will be coming back. But anyway, I just want to show you the injuries real quick, and then we'll move on to dynamics. And as you can see here, we're in poor form, so the dynamics are poor, but also we got guys complaining about playing time. So we're going to move on. We're going to have a little team meeting here. We're going to talk to the boys. We're going to tell them something they want to hear, which is basically like chin up and don't lose faith and whatnot, and it worked. Hey, look at that. So our dynamics will be better going forward, but you know, that's the state of the team. So let's move on. Let's actually get to maybe playing a game. I don't know. We're going to go to our tactics here. We got kind of a rotated squad going on here. As you can see, we got Parks, our new goalkeeper, in there. But you know what? Let's just skip all that stuff. Let's go straight to the game and see what we can do. I'm going to try to sync this up with a preview that I have of the game going up on the other monitor here. I don't know how that's going to go, but it's really the only way I'm able to see, like, and actually read the names. So we're going to see if this works out. I don't know. I'm trying to sync it up here. Nah, this ain't working. This ain't working. Alright, anyway, they're going with the 4-1-4-1. We, of course, have the Burning Man formation. You can see the players in there for yourselves because I can't really see them. It's not working out on the syncing of the monitor tools here. Somehow I fast-forwarded like 1,000 years into this game. Yeah. Man, this is a long game. I'm looking at the preview. This is going to be a lot of narration. You can see we've changed out our midfield. There we go. We got Barry in there. We got Miller. McLaughlin there, circling, talking about McLaughlin. Leach, Dallas at the wingers. And our new target man, Diver, up top. Very important. You'll hear about him later in the game, I'm sure. Anyway, let's get to the team talk. Let's go, boys. We're going to close down on some of their strikers here. They got, pretty good set of strikers. I keep fast-forwarding. It's no good. It's like the right-hand monitor is incredibly sensitive compared to the left-hand monitor. It's like one little click, and I'm 10 years into the video. All right. Kickoff here. This is going to be disastrous. Gonna be terrible, but anyway, we'll talk about it in general terms. Playing against FORFAR, they're the team who's 3 points ahead of us, and we really need a victory here. This is an incredibly important game, because if we lose this game, we go 6 points down. And here is our first test of our new goalkeeper, Parks. That was a huge shot stop right there. That's why we bought him. That's why we brought him in. I didn't mention this before, but we're paying him £60,000 a year to come in. That's more than I'm getting paid. That's by far the highest paid player on the team. So basically, we're bringing in Parks to save our season. Here is a free kick. Not Miller, because Miller's not in the game, I don't think. Anyway, Leach takes a wild shot. Leach is another guy I talked about in this episode at length, but that kind of got cut out. Here's another corner. Sends one far post just over the bar. Leach is probably going to overtake Daknovic on that left wing, because Daknovic just has not progressed the way I wanted him to. We've got him a lot of playing time. He's over 60 games now. And not only is he not progressing at a fast rate, he's actually getting worse. So I think he's reached his level at 2 stars, and that's no good. That's not good enough. So Leach has like 3-star potential. So we're going to give him some more games and see if he can progress and actually reach that potential. If he does reach that potential, he could be as good as Dallas, and Dallas is pretty decent on the other side. Here's another attempt from FORFAR. Just over the bar. Luckily, these guys aren't very good. They got a few chances to score in this game. That was one of them. And they couldn't finish it out. I mean, maybe that's got something to do with our new goalkeeper. I don't know how the mathematics of this game works. But that, to me, when you just plain out miss a shot, that seems like something wrong with the striker rather than something positive with the goalkeeper. Now, that shot stop we had earlier, that was all about our new goalkeeper, I think. All right, so here we are moving the ball down the field. We're not running the diamond formation, but here's Leach again on that left-hand side. Another wide shot. That's one of his problems. That's one of his areas of concern, is scoring and shooting. He's not very good at that at all. He's much more of a support winger, maybe even a defensive winger. But, you know, he's the best we got at the moment. Maybe if we get another hot prospect at the left-hand side, we'll replace Leach. But I would prefer if we could have some guys at some other positions step up. That would be nice. All right, FORFAR gets the steal here. Well, we've got some high pressure going on. And, you know, teams that are worse than us or equal to us, I found that, you know, the offensive way to go seems to work. I guess I'm projecting a little bit into the future because it hasn't worked up till this point in the season, as you saw from all those losses in a row. But eventually it works. I mean, trust me, in the future. Anyway, FORFAR on the attack. Another shot, another stop by our new man Park. So he's paying dividends immediately. You know, if we're down 2-0 right here, then like our season is halfway over because we've only got, well, maybe not halfway over, but it's got 1 foot in the grave, right? That's a saying. Because we've only got 9 or 10 games left. And it's being 6 points down, I think, with our morale being as bad as it is, would really make it tough for this team to come back. I don't know how mentally strong this team is. Our leadership's a little bit shaky. You know, Cudahy's pretty good. But other than Cudahy, is Miller, and he's not a very good leader. And then below that are guys who are just sort of losing their influence left and right. So we're going to go a little more high tempo. We're going to try to send the ball into the box to our new target man. Because one of the things I discovered about this team we're playing against, FORFAR, is they don't have very good central defenders. And their central defenders aren't very big and they don't jump very high. So let's send it into our new target man and see what's up. See if he can make something happen. Here's a bit of midfield play. Bouncing around. FORFAR on the attack again. They've had most of the chances, even though they haven't been particularly good chances other than that first one of the game. Here we are now. Set piece. Send it in. Nope, they send it back out. Shot. Not a great shot. Again, that was Leach. So we got to work on his shooting, his scoring ability. Here's FORFAR now, with a set piece. This is riveting commentary. It's kind of weird because for me this game happened like a long time ago, so it's kind of like I'm looking at it with fresh eyes again. But at the same time, like, I know the outcome, so it's a little bit anticlimactic to sit here and hem and haw over every little thing. Finally, we reached halftime, and we're looking at our strategy here. Close down on a couple of dudes. Sure, why not? Let's have a team talk. Okay, team talk. Going good, going well. A couple of guys responded. Looking at the team, you know, thinking about putting our fullbacks on attack mode. Gonna get a little bit more offensive here. You know, Gibson is a decent fullback. He's sort of he's not our attacking guy, but he's not necessarily strictly a defensive guy, so we can move him up a little bit, put him in support. That's not so bad. There's Daknovic. We're thinking about bringing him in. His stats are going up momentarily, but as you can see, some are going up, some are going down. Physicals, not so good. Mentals, not so good. His technicals are going up, so that's good. But at 22 years old, time's running out for good old Daknovic here. I know I've pronounced his name probably a million different ways during this series, but, you know, without actually ever hearing him pronounce it, there's like literally a million different ways to pronounce that name. You could pronounce it the American way, you could pronounce it the Polish way, you could pronounce it, I don't know, any other Eastern European way. And who knows how they pronounce it in Scotland. It could be, you know, Could be some other way. Who knows? Anyway, let's get back to the second half. Oh, this is just like, this is like a comedy episode. I don't even know what to do. This is why I don't edit. This is why I don't try to like add commentary later. I just froze up there in the middle of this commentary because, you know, writing a script and that kind of thing and like trying to sync it to the video, that just ain't gonna happen. That's just not my cup of tea, as it were. All right, here we go. On the counterattack in the second half, can we get a goal? Can we go ahead and let our new goalkeeper do his thing? Let our new goalkeeper get a shutout, if possible. I don't know. Let's matriculate the ball down the field, boys. Sends it out wide for Dallas. Dallas has it on the cross to Diver over the bar. But he got his head on it. I mean, it would have been a great goal to get one right there. It's not to be. Here we are now. Corner, far side, drops it back, centering pass, shot no good from Daknovic, who is in there. I kind of forgot I substituted him, but there he is. McLaughlin chases it down, sends it back in. My preview on the right-hand side is slightly behind the preview that I'm actually narrating on, so it's a little frustrating. But I can't really inch it ahead like one play, which is basically what we're behind, because then it'll take me, you know, another hour to resync it. So we'll just, you know, stare at this screen, talk about something we were talking about before. We're going to give a little pep talk, encourage the boys. That sounds good. All right, here's FORFAR now on the attack, but the ball gets stolen. Sends it near side, centering pass. Let's go, boys. Again, matriculate the ball down the field. Gets it to McLaughlin, who loves to boot it wide to Dallas. I love that. Oh, look at that. Foul up on the back line. Their left fullback hands one on a silver platter to Dallas, and he gets the goal. Thank you. Thank goodness. Dallas is another interesting character. You know, it seems like he's been on the team forever, but he is also only 22 years old. You know, I don't really think of him as like a hot prospect like Daknovic, but he kind of is, and he's actually a better prospect. You know, he's 2.5 stars right now, so if he can actually improve in the next 2 seasons with all the playing time he's getting, he could be a pretty decent player for us. Not that he's not a decent player for us right now, but he could be like a solid starter for us. All right, here we are on the counterattack after the corner. Dallas again has it, looking to make a play, but instead makes a pretty bad pass. And FORFAR retains possession, sends it forward to the back line, but our new man Parks goes out there with confidence, picks up the ball, plays with the striker a little bit, sort of toying with him, teasing, sends it downfield. Diver is there. Look at that, winning the header. That's a sign of things to come. Left side, Daknovic, centering pass, intercepted sort of by the defense, but there's our new man. Diver with the goal. Look at that. That's twice now. Both of our goals basically came from foul-ups of their defense. I mean, that was a bit of a scramble in front of the net there. Can't blame them too much for it. There's just sort of a, I don't know, the ball ricochets around. There's not a lot you can do about that as a defense, but it does show sort of a lack of tidiness on the back end, and you let our new man, our new striker, get a goal in his debut. So that's exciting. That's exciting. 2-0. I mean, this is like the biggest victory we've had all season, really, at least lately. Here's another attempt, centering pass. Gets it out wide to Daknovic. Can he get it to our new man? Almost gets tackled. Drops it back. Is that McLaughlin? I can't quite read his name. He gets the ball stolen. And FORFAR on the counterattack. How much time is left? 63 minutes down. So we still got quite a ways to go, but our defense is up to the task. Nice deal. We do have a very defensive midfield in there. so we can get those steals at midfield and not worry about it too much. There's Deknovic, tries to get it wide to Dallas, who gets off a shot even though he's covered. Nice stop there by the goalkeeper. Here's FORFAR now. It's another set piece, another drop off. They do that a lot more. Oh, what a tackle. Is that Miller? That is Miller, the old wild man, the veteran. Now we start the counter attack. Dallas out wide again, gets the ball stolen though. And he comes up with an injury. That's no good. We don't have a lot going on there. Oh, here's the counter attack by FORFAR. They take the shot that goes wide. And now we got to sub out Dallas. And we don't have a lot to bring in, so we got to bring in our youngster, Stollard, who is only 18 years old, 19 years old. Hard to read from here. But yeah, he's another guy who hasn't quite improved. I mean, he hasn't hardly got any playing time. But he is definitely not going to overtake Dallas at that position. He's basically a stopgap player for us. Alright, so here we are finally. There's been a lot of highlights in this second half. But we're finally just starting to run the clock out. 70 minutes and rolling. Let's go. Let's just get this game over with. As you can see down there on the chart, we're going to make another substitute. Going to bring in Dakota King, make him the advanced forward. We don't want to kill Diver in his opening game, but here we go. We get a highlight. Going forward, King chasing after it. Can their defense mess up again? Yes, it most certainly can. Drops it back. Deknovic with a shot, and the goalkeeper manages to make a stop. Very nice stop. That should have been a goal. If he could put a little bit more mustard on that, that might have been a goal. But that was an excellent stop. Another foul up by their left fullback that gave us an opportunity. But as you can see there on the table, we have moved up out of relegation zone to 8th place if we hold on to this victory. Because we got them on goal differential. There's a lot of negative goal differential going on down here at the bottom of the table. Here's another attempt, FORFAR. Solid on defense this time. They kind of play it around. Looks like they might be playing out the game. They don't want to lose by 3 or 4 goals. We are clearly the superior team. Here's King with an opportunity. Nope, but he manages to head it back to McLaughlin. We're just kind of slow playing it now. Bouncing it around, that's right, wasting time. 80 minutes down and counting. Let's go. King gets tackled in the box. Their defense isn't having that anymore. They're not going to let us just hang out and pepper their goal with shots. Here's FORFAR now on the counterattack. So this is an important game for us, as I mentioned before, but we still got a long ways to go in this season, and there is a lovely, lovely foul. And who is that? Dallas. Dallas not happy about it. Charges the referee. But here we go. Penalty kick. Can our new man stop it? Parks. Does he have it in him? No. So he's not the greatest penalty shot stopper, but that's only 2-1. So let's tell our boys, calm down, concentrate, whatever. Calm down. Let's not panic. 84 minutes. Let's definitely not lose this. That would be awful. All right. Now I'm questioning myself. Do I really know the outcome of this match or not? I might not. Now that I'm thinking about it. Here's Stollard. Centers to Barry. I'm looking at the preview now. Apparently that shot was wide. Okay. Let's look at the actual game I'm narrating. Here we are. Another sort of a restart after a penalty. Gets it to midfield, playing it around the triangle. 86 minutes gone. So again, the highlights are fast and furious. Let's go, boys. Matriculate the ball. Let's see if we can get that third goal. No, that's not going to do it. Unless their defense fouls up. No. Back pass to the goalie is okay. Where does this highlight go? I don't know. Do they get the tying goal? I have now forgot. I forgot everything I knew about this game, or thought I knew. There's a shot. Oh, there's... All right, let's dial it back. Let's control the ball. Let's work it. Let's not lose this one. Slow it down, way down. Let's see if we can waste some time. Good idea. Past me. Good job of coaching. Future me approves. Alright, now the highlights are getting diminished. 90 minutes down. We're in stoppage time. A lot of stoppage time left. Oh, there's a nice tackle. Gets it forward to King. Let's see what King can do with it. Gets the ball downfield. He's got Dallas on the right wing. Should he get it out there? He does. Dallas has it now. No, not Dallas. Stollard sends it in. He wins a corner. I forgot that I substituted out Dallas. Anyway, here we go. Corner. Sends it in. We're going to get a shot away. Yeah. Oh, what a stop. What a stop. That would have been a cracking third goal right there. All right, here's another highlight. Clock is ticking. 93 minutes. 94 minutes. Let's go. King has it. Not a great pass. Out wide to Stollard, the youngster. He's triple covered. Drops it back. Let's go. Let's win this one for the Gipper. That's not a great pass. He wasn't prepared for that. We're going to settle it down, though, at midfield. This could be the last highlight of the match. Let's hope it is. Getting close there. Sends it out wide for Stollard, making another run. He wins it past that terrible fullback of theirs. Fullback can't even beat our teenage youngster. Or under 20s man. But hey, let's just waste time. Waste it out. There we go. Out wide. Our fullback decided not to make a run there. I'm just going to... A little bit out of sync. A little out of sync there. But this should be the end of it. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds. Let's go. There it is. Final whistle. Thank goodness. All right. We're going to end the commentary there because this has been outrageous and horrible. But I'm going to upload it anyway. I don't know. What do we want to talk about that comes next? What comes after this video? Unfortunately, what comes after this video is another video in which my microphone was muted. So I got to do something about that. We're not going to do this again. This was terrible. So I think because I haven't fast forwarded the season too far after the end of the season, I think I can do a fairly normal end of the season video. And I won't have to go back and do all of this nonsense. So, yeah. I mean, I already know the outcome. You don't know the outcome, but it'll be up tomorrow so you can watch it then. Hopefully you haven't made it this far because this is terrible. But until next time, oh God, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
There's a team they call the CLYDE, who will fill your heart with pride. Dressed up in the red and black, we an L sign on the back. They've a winger and a keeper and a great big carpet sweeper. It's